Foxy, as you can see, and it's pretty peaceful sailing today on the Code Zero. Less than 10 knots of wind because we're approaching the doldrums, and I can see the squall clouds on the horizon. Hopefully I won't get too many squalls. I've tried to pick my way through okay, and so it's been a nice day sailing and lovely conditions, and well, hopefully we'll be going faster again soon, and hopefully I'll be complaining that I'm wet and uncomfortable and miserable, because that means we'll be going nice and quickly towards the finish. And so now I can show you a little bit of inside Foxy, going upwind. Pretty much everything is stacked up to windward. And I've got my curtains up because there's so much sun coming in, it gets really hot in here. When I'm not out trimming, I'm reading Matthew Pinson's at the moment, which is pretty good.
It's quite schooly here. I'm very near Fernando de Noronha, Hill Island, the Brazilian island, the coast. I'm 42 miles from it. It's a sort of wildlife sanctuary. It'd be nice to go and stop there and go for a swim, but making a rest up the coast, the squalls are very slow moving, so when you get caught in one, you're in there for a while. But I also had a very busy night, busy few days and a busy night mechanically as well. It's going fine. I think it's a day where I really have to be trying not to do any too many jobs down below, but to be up on deck trying to negotiate the squalls as much as possible, because the wind is quite variable. I mean, fortunately, the last few days the wind's been very, very steady, so most of the time haven't lost too much. But there's a lot of squalls and they're quite slow moving, so it's possible to sail around them rather than just be a victim to them. But I'm sure we'll be seeing increasingly more and more squalls as they get north. But it was really quite doldrum-like last night. Great big squalls, quite windy in the squalls. So the doldrums seem quite far south at the moment.
The mainsail, the bottom in there is all good. Reef 1 to reef 2 is all good. Reef 2 to reef 3, bare fibres, that's where the trouble first started. And then reef 3 to reef 4 is where my repair has gone wrong. So my first priority is to fix that repair that's gone wrong, and then try and learn from my mistakes and do the same on the other side. Okay, I've now stitched the side I made a mistake on, and now I'm working on the new side. So I've applied some tape, give it support and sticker, and now I'm going to stick that material on there. Yeah, right, and then stitch, because that's a mistake I made last time. Now I've stitched at the corners and a bit in the middle and started sticking, I now hoist slowly and stick either end. Not the easiest. Once trimmed to size, not quite the right shape, but I think it does the job. So now we're going to go for the hoist. This side is much better than the last side. And there you have a full hoist. This side's a little bit unstuck at the bottom, but generally better than the other side. But let's have a look. There's the leeward side. Well, I can pretty much say I'm exhausted. So I'm going to sit in the shade and drink a lot of water now. And I think that's as good as we're going to get it. So now my fingers are crossed to the finish line. Please.
It was all very positive yesterday evening. We had some big clouds and rain and things like that upsetting the breeze, and as soon as the sun went down, the clouds switched off and the breeze kicked in from the northeast, and I thought, well, that's it, we're out of it, we're off. And it all went okay for a little while, and then I had a big shift and it went round to the northwest. So that was really weird. And I actually spent some of the time, we went right the way around to the west, and I was reaching for a while, which was pretty strange. And then it switched off again, and I've got 4 knots at the moment, but it's up and down between 2 and 5 really, but averaging about 4.